In the land of cheese, chocolates, and nifty army knives, soccer is king. But a nation with so many deep roots in the game has no big, splashy signature moment to hang their hat on. Will 2026 be their time to do something big? Welcome to Kickback Soccer Media's World Cup Capsules, where you'll learn everything you need to know about all 48 of the national teams competing at the 2026 World Cup. From the history of the game, the nation's current World Cup trajectory, unsung heroes, and cultural moments. I'm David Goss, and today we are talking about the Nati, Switzerland. A nation known for its neutrality, Switzerland's not too high, not too low temperament extends to the soccer field. They've got some talent, but no huge superstars. They have success, but not too much of it. They're solid, steady, nothing super exciting. They just stay under the radar. The Swiss Football Association was formed in 1895 and was a founding member of FIFA in 1904. Switzerland was a crossroads for football spread. Swiss club founders and foreign pioneers who had discovered the sport in Swiss schools contributed to its propagation in Italy, France, Germany, Spain, Russia, Southeastern Europe, North Africa, and Brazil. Hans Gamper from Winterthur founded FC Barcelona in 1899, and Walter Benjamin, who had attended school in Montreux, was behind several German clubs and the football magazine Kicker in 1920. The sport's notoriety experienced new growth when Switzerland reached the final of the Olympic tournament in 1924. Switzerland's victory against Greater Germany during the 1938 FIFA World Cup sparked huge celebrations in the country, and that performance was part of a stretch of Swiss success. A quarterfinal appearance in 34, 38, and then again in 1954 that hasn't been equaled since. There's honestly not much to cover in those ensuing decades. Quite honestly, the biggest moment was FIFA, the organizer of the global game, and of course the party that we're all going to be watching in 2026, moving their headquarters to Zurich from Paris in 1932. So on the field, let's skip ahead to the 90s. In 1992, Switzerland appointed English manager Roy Hodgson. The Swiss had not qualified for a major tournament since 1966, but under his guidance, Switzerland rose to third in the FIFA World Rankings in August of 93, which still remains their highest FIFA rankings to this day. Coming off the back of that high ranking, they tied the U.S. 1-1 at the Pontiac Silverdome, RIP, in the first game of the 1994 World Cup and eventually made it to the round of 16 before losing 3-0 to Spain. You hit fast forward again for their next set of success. In 2006, Switzerland got back to the World Cup, where after a scoreless draw, they lost to Ukraine in the round of 16 on penalties. The Guardian called it the dullest game in World Cup history, and I can attest. But by 2014, there was actually some hope. A new Swiss generation helped elevate the team's status within Europe and the world. Players like Xherdan Shaqiri, Granit Xhaka, and Jan Sommer were the faces behind this success. Switzerland made the round of 16 for 3 straight editions. In 2014, they beat Ecuador and Honduras and advanced despite losing 5-2 to France in the group stage. In the round of 16, they narrowly lost 1-0 to Messi's Argentina with a 118th minute goal from Angel Di Maria. In 2018, they began their campaign with a 1-1 draw with Brazil before beating Serbia 2-1 through a late winning goal from Xherdan Shaqiri. The game with Serbia sparked controversy for the celebrations performed by goal scorers Shaqiri and Granit Xhaka, who are both ethnic Albanians. Along with Steven Lichtsteiner, the trio performed a celebration where they crossed their hands to depict a double-headed eagle, the official emblem of Albania, considered by many as an Albanian nationalist symbol. However, they were not banned by FIFA for this. They were able to stay on the field. They drew Costa Rica 2-2 in the final game and qualified for the knockout rounds, where they lost to Sweden 1-0 in the round of 16. In 2022, Switzerland beat Cameroon 1-0, lost to Brazil 1-0, and then beat Serbia once again 3-2 this time. They got to the knockout stages where they were embarrassed 6-1 by Portugal in the round of 16. During this generation's time, they've qualified for 3 Euros in a row as well for the first time in their history. They made the quarterfinals in 2020 and 2024 their best performance in a tournament. Switzerland's qualification was straightforward. They were undefeated, winning 4 and drawing 2 in a group with Kosovo, Slovenia, and Sweden. They only conceded 2 goals and scored 14. Murat Yakin took over the national team back in 2021, and he led the team to that 2022 World Cup and the 2024 Euros. He led them to an infamous 2-0 victory over reigning champions Italy back in 2024 in the round of 16. In the quarterfinal, they drew England 1-1 but lost in penalties 5-3. Yakin generally opts for a 4-3-3 formation and focuses on build-up, play, and keeping possession of the ball. The Swiss like to play a high line that allows them to recover as well, and they are dominant in central midfield. The Swiss again have a good squad with some big names. While they don't have a superstar, the team's full of quality players like Gregor Kobel, Manuel Akanji, Breel Mbolo, and Ruben Vargas. The 2 players with the most caps for Switzerland, Granit Xhaka with 142 and Ricardo Rodriguez with 134, are likely to play in the 2026 World Cup to keep that tally rising. Bolstering those veterans are some exciting youngsters as well. 20-year-old Freiburg midfielder Johan Manzambi has been an important piece for Freiburg this season. Manzambi was born in Geneva, Switzerland, while his parents are from Angola and DR Congo. With the national team, he's played 8 matches and has scored 3 goals already. He plays as a midfielder and is right-footed. The Swiss newspaper Blick wrote in 2024 that he is a fast box-to-box player who's dynamic and energetic. He's already been linked with big clubs like Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea. The squad also sports Xherdan Shaqiri. He made his pro debut at 18 years old, and at 23 was brought by AC Milan to back up Luka Modric. He made his international debut at 20 years old, didn't return for a few years, but has been a special add in central midfield recently. Biggest legend, unsung hero, and pioneer, Xherdan Shaqiri is somehow all of the above. While his club career is ongoing, he has retired from international soccer. Shaqiri started in Basel and won 3 league titles with them. He then moved to Bayern Munich, where he won the league 2 out of their 3 seasons. He made stops at Inter Milan, Stoke City, Liverpool, Lyon, and the Chicago Fire before ending up back with Basel. He helped them win their first league title since 2017 by scoring 18 goals and providing 20 assists in the 2024-25 season. While he struggled to become a regular starter for any of the big clubs he played for, Shaqiri was always the most important player for Switzerland in big tournaments. His 125 caps is 3rd most in Switzerland history, and his 32 goals are good for 4th. He has the most goals for Switzerland in the World Cup and Euros with 5 each. Shaqiri is a Muslim and is proud of his ethnic Kosovo-Albanian heritage. He signed a letter of petition to help Kosovo's national team gain full FIFA international status. He is known for being unpredictable on the ball, adept with both feet, clinical in front of goal, and possessing excellent vision. He was described in the Daily Telegraph as stocky and powerful, with a wand of a left foot. He is nicknamed the Alpine Messi and the Magic Dwarf for a reason. Immigrants and their children have significantly shaped the Swiss national soccer team, with over half the players that have played for the national team all time having some form of background, whether it's themselves or their parents who were immigrants to the country. The Swiss Football Federation has actively worked to integrate immigrant children into the sport, and the team's multi-ethnic makeup is often seen as a reflection of modern Swiss society. Switzerland has been doing that for a while. The post-war social transformation was manifested in football throughout the creation of numerous clubs, reflecting the strong immigration that characterized the period of high economic growth. Their founding dates trace alongside the chronology and geographical origin of the different waves of immigrants that have succeeded each other in Switzerland. This process continued into the 21st century, so that in urban regions, nearly a third of clubs were founded by immigrants. There are some old and historic clubs in Switzerland, like FC Basel, BSC Young Boys, and Grasshopper, but no Swiss team has won a European competition. There's less money and smaller talent pool in Swiss soccer, which could be a contributing factor. The draw was somewhat kind to the Swiss, landing them in Group B with Canada, Qatar, and yet-to-be-determined European playoff winner. While Canada and Vancouver is going to be tough, it's the last game of the group. So if they do the business in their first two, the stakes might be a little bit lower, allowing them a pretty easy path to the knockout round. They've been bounced to the round of 16 for the past 3 editions, and I don't know that I see this one being any different. But if they get there, you've always got a shot. Fun fact, Switzerland is home to 3 sports governing bodies, FIFA in Zurich, UEFA in Nyon, and the IOC in Lausanne. Neutrality, the thing that Switzerland is most famous for, was actually not a Swiss decision. It was imposed by the Treaty of Vienna in 1815 so that there would be a neutral spot in the middle of Europe that powers couldn't use to stab each other in the back by invading through the Alps. Well, if you enjoyed this, make sure you tune into the rest of our capsules and follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.